Now let's look at Ableton Live's famous auto filter. So again, on deck 1, I'll drop the clip a little further on so there are more frequencies to hear us affecting. And I've already got that auto filter that we added earlier. If I click the hide and show area, we can hide and show the sidechain, which should be more useful in a production context. We'll look at the basic auto filter features for now. So this is our cutoff frequency value, and any frequencies below that orange line are what passes through. So the lower frequencies to the left, higher frequencies to the right, and the vertical axis of this grid represents the amplitude. So if we increase the Q, that's the resonance or the peak resonance at the cutoff value, meaning that we boost the gain or volume at the cutoff value that we're sweeping it to, which gives us a little more of a peaky resonant sound. So again, switching to high pass filter now, represented by that other line shape of our 4 selectable filter types. Again, what's beneath the orange line is what we can hear. So we're removing lower and lower frequencies, the higher and higher we make the cutoff frequency value. Now we can switch to what's called a band pass filter. And it only allows frequencies just to the left and right of the specified band to pass. And we're choosing that band, again, with the cutoff frequency value. So we can sort of get the effect of going from a low pass to a high pass with that one. And the inverse of that is the notch filter, which gives us our basic phaser effect by removing frequencies at the specified cutoff value. So I sweep it up and down, you get that tunneling sort of effect from the basic filter. Now, you're not going to probably use the notch so much in a DJ context. In the club, it's most likely going to be a low or a high pass filter you're using. We can add an LFO to it. LFO stands for low frequency oscillator, and it's a way to control the sweeping of the filter without adjusting it manually. So you heard it maybe panning to the left and right a bit there. We have 2 different panning modes. The spin, which corresponds to the LFO rate. And the rate is the speed of this oscillator that's controlling the frequency value of the filter. So as I adjust it, we can hear it faster and slower. Above that, in the upper right-hand corner, we have our different LFO shapes. And the square wave is more like an on-off, so it's a bit more stuttery. And if I switch to, beneath the Hertz button, we have the note button, which gives us musically synced rates. We switch it to quarter notes. And it makes a little more sense with a square at that point. Now I have the triangle, which is another similarly smooth one to the sine wave. And the amount is how far the LFO is sweeping the cutoff value, the frequency cutoff value, from its currently set value. So you can adjust how dramatic the filter is sweeping with the amount there. So we have the ramp up, ramp down, and also the random noise shapes here. Let's go to our JSON short track here. We've got our sample and hold or noise LFO here, and it's giving it that sort of windy noise shape. Here's our sine wave. And we can set it to an 8-bar rate. That's the longest synced rate we can have with it. I'll just bring the cutoff up a bit. And not only is it sweeping over the 8 bars, but we're also hearing it go a bit from left to right with the phase. Now what I want to do is turn the LFO off, and we're going to turn the beat quantize on. And these are the different beat quantization settings so that any frequency cutoff value changes that we make are quantized, in other words, not taking effect until the next rhythmic value, in this case 8 beats, takes place. So this means that the sweep is not going to take effect till the next 2-bar section. Now if we want the filter to follow the shape of the incoming audio, we can engage the envelope. And if we have the envelope set to a negative value, it goes down from its cutoff. And if we have it a positive value, it goes up from the specified cutoff. So I don't know if you can hear it, but the filter is following the shape of the audio right now. Just sweeping the cutoff value up and down, and that's our auto filter. Really flexible, fun filtering tool.